April is Poetry Month, and every week this month we'll have a different poetry segment. And today it's the Jordan Poetry Tour. 2 poets named Jordan, 2 new books of poetry, and 6 poetry readings across the province. The Jordan Poetry Tour starts this weekend, and the 2 Jordans sat down with producer Mafami Davis.
My name is Jordan Trethui. I am a local writer here in Fredericton, and I was the city's 3rd poet laureate not too long ago.
Jordan?
The other Jordan. My name is Jordan Stewart. I'm a writer from St. John, New Brunswick, living in Grand Bay.
JStew, I'm Jordo, and he's JStew.
Sure, that works.
I think we met back when, J-Lo was big on the charts. So I'm like, I'll just call him JStew.
J-Lo of poetry.
The J-Lo of New Brunswick poetry.
Yeah, we did. I had submitted to QWERTY, which is the local university literary magazine, and we were at a reading. I think is where at the pub there in the Tannery.
Right.
And so we met there, I think, and then joined the group after that, and it was great. I was big into writing and publishing books in my mid to late 20s. I did that. I published 3 books by the time I was 30, but then I sort of took a break and went back to school and got a big job and started a family and had kids and all that things that adults do. But I kept writing that whole time, through my 30s, and so now we've arrived at my early 40s, and all that culmination of writing, and this book sort of spans that decade of my life, I guess, and collects all the poetry that I deemed worthy for a collection.
Well, that's cool, because my new book, Peculiar Portraits, spans about a decade. Things I was writing before I became the city's poet laureate, so it's everything from like 2016 that I was writing outside of that to like 2025. And most of these poems are about people, real or imagined, and, interesting aspects of their lives. And there's a section of poems about myself through my strange lens. And I believe, Jordan, did you send me that manuscript early on?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I kind of knew he was working on a book, and it was great. I was really honored that he wanted my opinion early on.
So now we have a Jordan tour.
Yes. The 2 Jordans, 2 books, 1 tour of southern New Brunswick.
Yep, southern New Brunswick, yeah.
What more could Poetry Month want?
No, we're traveling ambassadors coming up in April. And May and June, we're going to do pretty much Saturdays at different venues.
Great.
Yep, it's I think there's 3 Saturdays in April and a couple in May, and then in June here in Fredericton. Yeah. So.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'd love to hear a poem from each of your books, Jordan.
Sure.
Jordan 1.
Sure.
I guess Jordan 1, please.
You were looking at me, so I thought I'd read one of the poems that is ostensibly about me, but now that Jordan's in his early 40s, it could be about him as well. It's called Middle-Age Writer Man. I am a cautionary tale. My name is whispered on the wind. Read the book of my life to avoid most every sin. Life is just beginning when you find you're in the middle. If you're not taking mental note, experience will dribble away. No recollection of how children got so old. While I was busy with my thoughts, they grew too bold to be told the best way to handle all life's gritty situations. No longer little grade school kids, they have jobs and education. Imaginary miscreants, my mind can conjure every type, yet I can't remember birthdays or injuries from fights. I sit here and give names to things that pop into my mind, but no one wants to listen to old men who write in rhyme.
Thank you, Jordan. No, Jordan. Thank you, Jordan. Now, Jordan.
I can see this tour might have its challenges with the name thing. Good. So, okay, this poem I wrote sort of in an effort. There's something happening in the poem, but the narration of the poem constantly tries to look elsewhere. So I tried to write with that idea in mind. It's called The Comforting Sounds of Bank Robbery. I've got an idea, she says. The cadence of her voice spoils her excitement as she rolls the paper flat on the kitchen table. Are these blueprints, I ask? Please hold all questions for the end, she says. Outside in the cold night, the snow falls slowly like it doesn't really want to, like it has other things on its mind. Somewhere upstairs, a sleeping child rolls over in their bed before settling. As you can see, there are entrances here, here, and here. Is this the bank? I ask. Our dog wanders in. His toenails click rhythmic on the tile floor like he's typing an important email. An email about delayed food refills or declining tennis ball quality. The fridge clicks on, hums. We can park the car here, she continues. There are cameras here, here, and here. How long have you been working on this? She forges on. The security guard's name is Curtis. He's supposed to work 8-hour days, but only puts in like 6.5. Curtis. The wind picks up outside, and the house braces itself against the storm. The aging wood flexes and creaks. It creaks in a comforting way.
So Mom and Dad dreaming of robbing a bank.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
I get that. Early 40s, kids upstairs.
Yeah,
I get that.
That's, yes, based on real life, except the bank robbery part, maybe. Maybe not.
Just in our minds.
Yeah, that's right.
Now, I've been told by other people who have come up to me at readings that I've done and said, Jordan Stewart's my favorite New Brunswick poet. And I couldn't argue with them. I'm like, yeah, he's mine too.
That's very nice. Thank you.
Well, good luck on your tour.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And happy Poetry Month.
Yes, happy Poetry
absolutely.
Month.
The two Jordans, Jordan Trethewey and Jordan Stewart, will be traveling the province reading from their new books, starting with a stop in St. Andrews this Saturday at the St. Andrews Brewing Company. On the following Saturday, April 11th, they're in St. John at the Right Cup. Then it's Dog-Eared Books in Oromocto on April 18th. On May 2nd, they're stopping at C'est la Vie Cafe in Moncton. They're at the Hampton Brewing Company on May 16th, and finally at the Fredericton Public Library on June 6th.